Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to talk about Ghostbusters props and painting. Let's talk about paint and how you can make it look realistic. How sometimes people maybe do a little bit too much. I do a little bit too much a lot, but I see some people that are new to weathering, and if you're new to it, I really tell folks to go to a forum called the RPF. I've been on that thing for 20 years, 20 plus years. It's the only online like forum thing I pay for. I support some of my friends on Patreon and stuff like that, but I am subscribed and I pay $36 a year to make sure that I support that very creative place. But down to brass tacks, we're talking about Ghostbuster stuff. I have the proton pack out here. I bought the trap and the ecto goggles, and I'm seeing a lot of people just going wild with a Sharpie or getting silver paint and a paintbrush and just going bananas. And hey, listen, if that's your first step, that's your first step. But let's look at this and try to make it. There's so many other channels that do this stuff better than I do. And I'm just trying to share what knowledge I have to maybe bring you to another step further towards them. So when you're doing things with paint, say the side of this ghost trap, you're never just going to hit it with a Sharpie, or you're not going to hit it with rub and buff. You know what rub and buff is? Check it out; it's pretty fantastic. But you're looking at probably six different paints just on this side of the trap, and this is just a decal here. I want to put screws on it, or maybe put up another piece. But I was lucky enough to get another, two traps to mess with. You know, the biggest thing I could probably say is get a rock from your yard or driveway. Okay, a relatively not dusty rock. Wipe it off, hit it down with isopropyl alcohol, do whatever you have to do. Then primer it and then paint it black with at least two coats. And then after you're done, throw it as hard as you can multiple times against macadam or the street or whatever. And you're going to see the high points come off of that. There's where you want to get the metal to come off of. Like, where would the metal come off of here? It naturally would come off here because you're going to grab the trap here. So I'm going to hit this, and then I'm going to come up here and get this. And is this made out of steel or aluminum? Is this made out of aluminum? Who knows, But I chose what was going on here. And then also, you would think that there would be some kind of residual oils or whatever that reside there. Let's give that a little bit of a rust point. With my pack, there's point, and it's very yellow on this, but and it fades in time, but these are supposed to look like leaking points, like points where things are leaking, like fresh rust. It's not meant to be like, oh, okay, yeah, this is where stuff is actually happening. Connection points are loose. I don't know if you guys ever worked on cars, or you gals or the folks ever worked on cars before, but you can see where the points are leaking. You know, you take these guys here, cross metal contamination. Like, hey, was that aluminum next to steel, and is that going a little bit too haywire? You can do stippling, which I did a lot here. Just to make this look like it fell down a flight of steps and then got oxidized on the way down. I mentioned it last year. If you guys are looking for a very rudimentary painting tutorial, I can try to do it. I'm happy to try. But there's way better people on the internet that do this better than me. I'm just trying to do my best to make sure that I tell you how to do what I know how to do, and make you guys have the or folks have the best, props on a budget that you can. So, you're looking at low points here. Okay, all right, this is where we're starting to leak, and then it turns into a dinge. You're looking at something that gets handled all the time. There might be a dent in it, gouge that and put a dent in it, and then hit this with a rub and buff and make it look like it's been handled 1,000 times. You know, hey, listen, this is a nuclear reactor. So it has to have a coolant system. Is it leaking? Is this radioactive? I don't know, but we want to have those kind of little points, that go through, and give the story to our gear. I'm sorry I'm rambling. I just thought about it tonight, and I was getting ready for bed, and I thought I would just shoot this video real quick, to give you an idea for paint. Let's talk about paint. Let's paint better. Let's build better. Let's give each other everything that we learn through these processes of building Ghostbusters equipment. you know, we're pretty lucky that we're able to do it. So okay, Spirit Pack owners and Spirit Pack modders and Ghost Trap and Ecto Goggle modders, I hope you guys had a great Halloween. Still no ETA on my full-size pack. I promise you'll know as soon as I have it. I promise you'll know as soon as I have it. Thanks so much, and have a great night. Later.